something that I feel like you've done a good job of doing in LA is working with a wide spectrum of artists here. And I want to say you were kind of like the class before the Ruchis and the Chikes and those guys. You were active before them in the music game, but I kind of feel like you were a part of that initial class that was like not as divided as we've seen LA be in the past.
Yeah, definitely.
And with LA hip hop, there's always politics no matter what happens, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And we've seen street politics equal artists that want to work with each other, not working with each other in the past.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like I remember talking to Q about like why you never work with Nipsey, and it's obvious, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I feel like the new generation of Los Angeles artists, to a higher extent than I've ever seen at least, have done a great job of either putting that stuff to the side and working together or just automatically just tapping in with each other. And obviously there's always going to be some drama, you know what I'm saying? But what is it about LA right now that you feel like has a real united feel to it?
Naturally this is the gang city, the gang culture. So like you said, it's, people that I run with might not get along with, people that I want to work with, run with. But what's going on right now is like a lot of the artists that's up and coming not really gang affiliated to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of people didn't grow up gang banging or don't really have like the super gang bangers around in the mix. And it's just a lot more players, a lot more people about their money. You know what I'm saying? In the shit. And I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I actually was tripping one day when I noticed what was going on. I'm like, shit, everybody working together and it's no problems. You know what I'm saying? Which is like never happened out here. Hopefully it keep going, but
hopefully it keeps going.
It's just like, a lot of people able to look past it. And then a lot of people like not wrapped up in the gang shit so deep that, they letting that shit hinder whatever happened. I wish I was that good. You know what I'm saying? I'm tied into the shit. Like, there's certain people I'm never gonna work with. Like, and they might be cool or whatnot, but it's just like where I come from and the shit that I believe in. It's like, or I just gotta just know that a person is genuine. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be doing music with somebody and then later on they cool with me, but they on some shit dissing my hood or something, like, So I think that's what stopped a lot of shit previously, and what's bringing shit together is like motherfuckers not really like.
Yeah, like you'll talk to like kids and they'll be like, yo, like I really didn't grow up that way. My uncles were, or I grew up in that area, but like I wasn't active, so it's a lot easier for me to reach across the aisle and work with,
Exactly. And that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of like over the years, a lot of people from the previous time didn't grow up gang banging. But, for that image and that certain thing and the surrounding people, like they let that shit hinder shit. Like, it's I can't really name too many artists from Los Angeles, right? Like even in the last 10 years that actually really grew up gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Like, or in the mix, you know what I'm saying? But, motherfuckers is affiliated and, the image and the people around fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't hurt record sales for people to believe you're a gang member.
Oh, that shit is great, especially for LA artists. Like, that's what this shit is about. Like, this the land of the gangbang.